Well, it's the end of the road for season 2 of The Drive.
In this final episode, Jesse Jones is talking to his passengers about those winning moments in life, big or small. Take a look.
I made the decision as I was approaching 30 that I'm putting my age out there now. People are like, oh, I see the gray in his hair. Like, he's definitely not 30
Dark and lovely.
Yeah. Hey world, it's Jesse Jones, and welcome to the season finale of The Drive. Today, we're talking about wins, big wins, small wins, all kinds of wins. How do you celebrate the wins in your life? I'm about to ask my passengers, and they'll tell us. What are the qualities of a winner?
Resilience.
I felt confidence.
Vision.
A winning moment in your life, big or small. What's the first thing that comes to mind?
A winning moment for me is saying yes despite every fiber of me being like, this is terrifying. I moved from Vancouver to Malaysia. I sold everything I owned, said goodbye to my people, and I was like, bye Canada.
I'm a cancer survivor. I'm 2 years cancer-free. Somebody had asked me to come speak at an event about my journey, and I was so afraid to do it. I said yes, not knowing what I was going to say, and it was just so amazing to do it because I had someone come up to me months later at an event and say, you probably saved my life, because after I heard you speak, I went and checked myself and they found something and I had it removed.
I would say getting married and my children, because, you know, my goals and dreams and vision, they really came alive when I did that.
What are the smaller, everyday wins?
For this week, it's been getting my daughter to do her homework. That's like,
Yeah.
yes! So my husband...
What's her name?
Her name is Esme.
Esme, you're doing your homework. Can we clap for Esme? They're doing her
Soraya,
homework.
listen to Esme, Soraya, listen to Esme.
And when I can get to bed before midnight, big win.
Can things that we look at as failures, in fact, be wins?
My first business was a complete flop. It was the best thing that ever happened to me. I left my 6-figure income. People thought I was crazy to go start a jewelry business, you know, and I had, you know, I was in stores and all kinds of things, but it wasn't really making any money or paying any bills, and I lost all my savings. But from that, I spent so much time taking courses on business and entrepreneurship, but I needed to go through all of that and lose all my money and almost my mind to be able to tell other people that it's possible to go start an entirely new career after you've done it for 5 years.
I don't see myself working a normal 9-to-5, that kind of life. I see myself outside the box and creating. I've always had a vision and goal for creating and stuff. So hence to me, you know what I mean, producing my own shows and plays and stuff like that, and being a songwriter, signed. And it was just like, my winning moment came for me because of my family, you know? And just connecting with them on different levels in spirituality, like, made me feel that way.
And I had that moment where, like, I booked my first gig, and it was like, oh my gosh, like, I worked with a baby strapped to me in a ring sling, bouncing on an exercise ball, editing videos, teaching myself how to do everything from scratch, and it's happening.
The Drive is brought to you by Ontario's Lottery and Gaming. There are winners around every corner.
And I love hearing that story there about
I was looking behind the car.
You're like, what? Is that my winning moment? But I like that perspective of, you know, sometimes you have to suffer through failures and losses in order to have those winning moments, because that's what kind of puts it into perspective, and that's what makes you appreciate those winning moments.
Oh, completely. You know, I'm a firm believer in that.
Yeah.
To truly appreciate the highs, you got to experience the lows. When I was reflecting and trying to think of winning moments, why was it so difficult?
So many.
But I was thinking more of the small wins, and I talk to you about this quite a bit. I find when I can answer the kids' questions really well, and they and my answer blows even me away. I'm going,
yes.
And there was no follow-up question. Then I'm going, okay, that was a good win. That's when I like my mom wins. They're few and far between, but when they do happen, I kind of go, good. That was a good mom moment.
And small moments, but a big impact on your kids and on yourself. Like
Yes.
for me, I think I'm the opposite. I'm all about like big things. I'm like an all or nothing kind of personality. And I know I talk about this ad nauseum about like spinning and all that. But, you know, training to be an instructor for 3 months and going through those physical highs and those mental lows sometimes. You know, for me, once I actually finally got there, that was a winning moment for me. And that is a feeling that I hope to help people and kind of inspire. And that's the same thing with you. I mean, different context, but if you can somehow give someone else that feeling of satisfaction, of no longer having to need something else, you're like, I think that was a winning moment because I fulfilled you either through a physical activity or answering some sort of spiritual question. Oh God, I'm getting very emotional.
It's deep.
Getting very deep right now.
Profound, and I love
Very
it all.
profound. Thank
It's
you.
really good.
I love you.
You too. Right back at you.